G'day mates, how's it going? I'm Mr. GT, welcome to the channel. So today what we're going to be doing is testing out the Ethos Graphene coating. It's been 14 months since I've applied it to the car. So today we're going to see how it holds up. We're going to see the water behaviour before the wash, then I'm going to wash the car, and then we're going to have a look at the behaviour after it. So the car hasn't been washed for 3 months since we've been in lockdown, hasn't been washed. So yeah, there is a lot of gunk on the car. Due to back burning that they've been doing here, a lot of rain, then you've got, you know, like the atmosphere, the elements of everyday weather, a lot of dust, so we'll see how it goes. So sit back, relax and enjoy the video. Right, before we get on with the video, I'd just like to show you that this is what I'm using. What I have used, it's been applied to the car 14 months ago. Ethos Graphene coating. And we're going to see how that's going to stand up 14 months later. They say 3 to 5 years that it lasts. So we'll see how it performs today. I'll be using Ethos ceramic shampoo to wash the car. Then I'm going to use Ethos DeFi, which is going to be my drying aid, and then I'm going to top it up with Ethos Resist to give it another bit of a top up, give the graphene coating a bit of a top up. So I'll be using this towel, which is around about 1200 GSM, and it's this one here. Let's see. Get in there. That's the one, microfiber madness drive me crazy towel. It's a fantastic towel, this one. So that's what I used to dry the car with. Then I'll be using this sponge to apply the Ethos Resist. So spray on, wipe off with one of these, and then buff with a second towel. And the sponge will be this one here, and this one's for the wheels. So I've got the grid guard in the bucket. So we'll take a closer look at the car. There you can see all the dirt. So what we're going to see is how the water responds, the water behaviour on the surface, which is dirty. And then once I wash it, we'll have a look at the water behaviour and the beading after the car has been washed. Okay, so the pressure washer that I use is the Saba, and it's a 2300 PSI. And what I've done is I've added a short gun to it, and over here, this piece here is the adapter. So my hose goes into that adapter, which I've bought separately from the same company, and then that adapter goes into the quick connector and the gun. So that's my setup, makes it a lot easier. By the way, this gun does have a swivel. Let's see if I can see there. For the guys that I bought the gun off, if anybody's interested, just look them up on the internet. They're in Australia, in Queensland. Alright, let's get started. So you can see there's still quite a bit of beading, even though the car hasn't been washed for 3 months. It's still doing its job protecting. But I'm assuming that once we get all the gunk off the car, that there'll be a lot better sheeting and beading. still doing a very, very good job, especially the side of the car. Yep, still beating. And still beating, so it is doing the job. Alright, I'm going to wash this thing and then I'll film the rinsing of it and we'll have a look what the difference is. So keep that in mind, have a look at that, and then we'll see the difference after I've washed it. Alright ladies and gents, the car's been washed. Let's have a look at what the water property is going to be like. Okay, so as you can see, the beading is a bit less than what it was when I first applied the product. It does seem to be wearing a little bit, but not, I would say probably about 60% wear. As soon as I put on the Ethos Resist, that'll bring it up to how it was. But what I am seeing is the sides are still perfect. So you can see the sides are still perfect beads. Doing a lot of job on the sides. So I think it will get to 2 years. Whether it gets to 3, we'll have to wait and see. We'll see later on as we go. However, the sides are still almost like when I first applied it. So there you have the outcome. Starting to wear out. But nothing Resist won't fix. Now next wash we'll see what the Resist has done. We'll see what it's going to be like with the Resist on. I'll try and obviously wash it a lot earlier than I have this time after 3 months, and we'll get to see the difference with the top up the Resist does. Okay chaps, now we have the finished product. See the beautiful shine after applying the Resist. One thing I learnt is that the graphene coating would have performed a lot better if I washed this car more regularly, but having left it for 3 months, it did take its toll on it a little bit. However, I'm still impressed. I'll try and wash it in a couple of weeks again so that we can see if the Resist has brought the beading and sheeting back up again to how it was at the beginning. Okay chaps, so I ended up washing the car, putting on the Resist, and now it's 4 days later, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to rinse the car to see if the Resist has brought up the actual graphene coating, the actual graphene coating ability to bead the water better and to sheet it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rinse the car and I'm going to give it another wash, because I'll get in a bit close and you'll probably be able to see the dust from the back burning that they're doing. You should be able to see just there the film on top of the car. So we'll see if the resistor's done anything to bring up the coating again. Okay. I'm using one hand to hold the camera and the other hand to spray the car, so it is a bit hard. If I move off target, please forgive me. There is an improvement again. It looks like it's gone back to normal, judging from those beads and also the way the water is slipping off the paint. So the resist has brought it back to life again, which means that the coating is going to last past the 14 months. So yeah, the beads are nice and tight again, nice and tall. Alright, I'm going to give the car another wash and then we'll do another rinse. Before I start, I'll just walk over the car just to show the actual beads. So it seems that the resistor's gotten in there and gotten rid of all the gunk that had been left on the car of the 3 months and has brought back to life the glass coat. It's restored it again. Okay, now for the wash. Okay chaps, so the car has now been washed, and what we're going to do is we're going to rinse it and we're going to see the properties of the water and see how it beads. By the way, this gun does have a swivel. Let's see if I can see there. It's very, very handy. So a big improvement. It is, I would say, around about 90% of how it was when I first applied the coat. It's doing its job perfectly. It is protecting. You can see that. Doing a wonderful job. So you can see, ladies and gents, the product is doing its job. Very happy, I have to say. Good protection on here. So I'll give it another test again, probably in a few months, to see how it's holding up once again. We'll take it from there. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for your support. And we'll see you all in the next one. Bye for now.